Yeah, thanks everyone for sticking around. We've got TCU women's basketball head coach Mark Campbell here. Last season under coach, the program broke 6 offensive school records. Ahead of this season, we lead the nation in returning three-point offense and bring back 96% of our scoring. That includes all Big 12 players, Madison Connor and Sedona Prince. Coach Campbell and his staff also assembled a 6-player transfer class that includes Olympic bronze medalist Hailey Lith, all Big 12 guard Donovan Hunter, and NCAA tournament veterans Taylor Bigby and Maddie Shear. Our season begins at home on November 5th against Houston Christian, and our non-conference slate also includes matchups versus the likes of South Carolina, NC State, and Notre Dame. So with that, let's open the room for questions.
How important is this transfer class for you guys, and what does it say about TCU that you guys are able to bring in such big name transfers?
Yeah, the new group, there's 6 of them, have just been a great addition, and obviously a highly touted, highly talented class, and they've done a tremendous job blending in with our returners. Obviously, we have over 90% of our scoring coming back, and so trying to get that the old group, the group that's returning, and the new group to come together and play good basketball. Something that we're working through. We just finished today, was day 6 of our practice days, and so it's been an awesome first week. The group really enjoys each other, and so it's been fun to try to change our system a little bit offensively. I think we have a lot of firepower on this year's roster, and to play more up tempo and try to follow Coach Dixon's playbook, and they lead the country in transition every year, so hopefully we can do something similar.
Coach, what see stepping up to maybe replace Jaden as that point guard for you guys this year?
Yeah, we have quite a few playmakers. Right now, Donovan Hunter was a starting point guard at Oregon State last year as a true freshman on an Elite A team. But she's an old school pass first, pure point guard, elite vision, elite defender, and she's doing an amazing job. But between her and Hailey Lith, Maddie Shear from Kentucky, and Una is playing really well. You kind of got 4 kids that can handle the ball and play in pick and rolls, and that will be able to slide into that position.
When you think about the number of guards that you've got and also the number of front court players you have, just talk a little bit about versatility that you have on this roster as far as who you put out there.
Yeah, great question. This roster is incredibly versatile. We're as a staff trying to figure out how to best utilize it. I definitely know last year we had a lack of depth, and so you had to play at a slower tempo and control the game. And this year we want to try to speed up the tempo and play as fast as we can. I think that's to our advantage. And so trying to figure out how to play positionless basketball, 4 out, 5 out. We've studied a lot of the WNBA and NBA actions, and put in more concepts and give these kids freedom to be playmakers. I think that's something that we're really, really deep with playmaking guards. Last year, Jaden Owens was kind of your only true natural playmaker, and this year we got a whole bunch of them.
The offensive heavy pick and roll system, how much do you think that's been attractive to some of these transfers over the last couple of years?
Oh, for sure. This offensive system, the pick and roll stuff, I know that. Hailey Lith, all these kids, Maddie Shear, Donovan Hunter, they want to play at the next level. And for us, the W, that's all they run is the pick and roll. And so I think it's been one of the biggest things that have attracted elite level guards here is how many reps we get from our practice sessions, our workouts. It all is training and teaching to master the pick and roll. And our goal is to lead the country in that category, and also for post players. I mean, it's been great for Sedona. She had her best year of college basketball, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. She was a force on both ends and was really effective in the pick and roll stuff. And so it's been good. And I think we're in the 2025 class, we've attracted 3 kids that have committed here, and we're in the hunt for a couple more elite ones.
Coach, what was like the one thing when you got the group together that you're like, okay, this needs work, and what do you want to see before November 5th to improve that?
Yeah, great question. It's chemistry. Coach Dixon talked about it, but right now your roster turnover in college athletics is so high. every year it's a one-off situation. Can you get that group to come together on the court, off the court, and play good team basketball? And that's something that's really hard to do. I love the Olympic years when you get to watch the 12 best Americans, men and women, come together to try to win a gold medal and watch that challenge. And it's really hard, and both teams ended up winning gold medals. But they grinded to that thing. And so you're trying to get a group. College basketball now is you get 1 year, you get one off season to get this group to come together on the court, off the court. So that's been our biggest challenge and hurdle. And I think that's everybody's is can you get that recipe right?
Not only is it an Olympic year, you had an Olympic medalist on one of those teams as well, but the sport generally is growing, and there are a lot more eyes on it now than there were even 2-3 years ago. How has that impacted your day-to-day as a head coach and how you approach things?
Yeah, for sure. Women's basketball has exploded over the last couple of years, and Hailey at the Paris Olympics was incredible for TCU's university in general, and for our program specifically. I think it was some crazy analytic thing that had over 600 million impressions with TCU and Hailey during her time with us, and she hasn't even played a game here yet. But that was such a neat, cool platform. I got to go over there and watch it and support Hailey. That was one of the neatest experiences that I've ever had. And it was my first time being at Olympics, but that is an inspiring environment to be at. I encourage anybody when it's in LA next, if you've never been to an Olympics, go experience it. It's amazing. And then what was the other part of that question?
How is the attention, the growth of the sport impacting your day-to-day?
No doubt, in every way possible, right? The growth of the sport, NIL's a part of that, and the exposure that the athletes are getting, and working through that element of college athletics and building a roster and building a team, and so there's good parts of the game exploding, and then there's also the elements that you got to figure out how to make sure you're in position to sign the elite transfer portal players and sign also the elite high school kids.
Hailey been with us, been used in a couple different ways at Louisville and then at LSU. What do you envision her role?
Yeah, Hailey, first of all, has had a very accomplished college basketball career. So excited, and we're very fortunate to get her in her 5th year of college basketball. Coach talks about 5th-year kids, the old ones are valuable. You got to be old to win, and so Hailey brings a lot of great experiences with her. We're going to use her as a true combo guard. Hailey can play the 1, she can play the 2, but Hailey's just an attacking, dynamic, playmaking guard. She's not pigeonholed into one position. And Hailey needs freedom, she needs space, and when she has those things, she can put the ball in the hole at a high level and create for your team at a high level. And so we're going to make sure she gets to do those things, and we want to play fast in transition. She's hard to contain, and so hopefully we unleash Hailey, but she'll be used at the 1 and the 2 for us.
There were allegations with use over the summer against the players. Can you talk about what made you guys comfortable with keeping her on the team?
Yeah, today we're just addressing basketball questions that have to do with our team and our program for this upcoming season.
Specific about that Olympic experience for Hailey that she can kind of take over into this season?
Oh, for sure. It's such a springboard. I mean, the Olympics is the biggest stage in the world. And so to have success in that, to get a medal, she was also named one of 3 players that made the All-Olympic team. I mean, that just gives you so much confidence in yourself and your craft. And she kind of had a tough year last year at LSU, just not quite the right fit for whatever reason. And so that Olympics allowed her to kind of get her swag back and her confidence back. So it's carried over, and you can tell it. She's elevated the program. Her work ethic, you guys, it's second to none. It's incredible. It's inspiring. It's been good for the kids on the team to see. And as a coach, it's awesome. It challenges you to make sure we max out her talents while we get to coach her.
The Big 12 is shifting. There are a couple new teams in the league this year, but between the non-conference difference in the Big 12 schedule. What are you looking forward to most about this season?
Yeah, we built a tough schedule. I think we play 3 top 10 teams in the country during the preseason. And then the Big 12, I think it has 5 teams in the top 25 right now in the preseason. And so we thought we had a chance to be pretty good if we could get the pieces put together. Fortunately, we got the talent we were hoping to land. And so we want to challenge ourselves. You put this roster together to try and compete against the best teams in the country. And so playing South Carolina at Dickey's and playing NC State, who's a Final Four team here at the Schulmeyer, and then we're going to go play Notre Dame in the Cayman Islands. We'll be battle tested when the Big 12 games roll around, that's for sure.
And what's the value of kind of creating that kind of schedule for the team before? You talk about being battle tested, but also how is it good to get TCU more exposure to seeing these top ranked teams against these top ranked teams?
Yeah, no question. We're a new start program, right? A year ago, you're only a season removed from a 1-17 Big 12 team. And so we want the opportunity to go play against the best, to prove that we're an elite women's basketball program. And early on, when you go play those games, it kind of galvanizes your team. You learn a lot, win or lose, of where you need to get to. And as you build a resume for March Madness and women's basketball, it's a massive advantage if you're a top 16 seed. The men's tournament, every game in March Madness is a neutral site game. In women's basketball, if you can earn one of those top 16 seeds, you get to host the first 2 rounds on your home court. And those teams don't lose very often. So it's all part of building the resume, hopefully.
What do you envision Madison Connor's role to be with the team this season after she set the record for the most threes for TCU?
Yeah, I hope she breaks her record. Madison, you will hope that kid gets 10 threes, 15 threes a game. As many clean looks that we can get for Madison Connor, we want her to shoot that thing. I think her job's going to be easier this year with the amount of talent that's surrounding her. The best defender's not necessarily on Madison Connor every night. Now you have other elite scorers that are running around the court. And so hopefully that frees her up to be even more aggressive. But I think we just have great balance between our perimeter players. Sedona Prince obviously averaged 20 a game. And so I think we have a healthy balance of inside out. We added a young lady, Nat, from South Dakota, that's a stretch 5, that's an elite level shooter, that's going to really open the court and open the paint for us. And so it's really fun to see. I think these pieces really complement each other. Madison Connor looks great. She had an awesome offseason and worked really hard. She wants to play in that league, the W, and be an elite level pro. And so it's been fun to watch her in the gym with Hailey.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, thanks everyone again.
Thanks.